If you're using Starhub and had your internet cut off, I understand your frustration. I'm going to try and explain what I think happened to Starhub. And this is Ryan Reviews, providing you some context to help you understand what might be happening in the tech world and how to prevent something from happening, like, things like this again. If you head to downdetector.sg, you'll notice that some people are saying that changing your DNS server actually solves the internet issues. Basically, DNS stands for Domain Name System. Think of DNS like Yellow Pages. It's basically a giant library of public IP addresses that correspond to a company's website link. Here's what I mean. When you actually type google.com.sg to your browser like Chrome, Starhub would send google.com.sg to their DNS servers, and they will check the IP address of whatever you typed in, which is going to be 142.250.4.94. If you actually type this exact IP into the address bar, you'll actually be directed to google.com.sg. So a DNS server basically points you to the correct website, but you don't have to remember the IP address, you just remember the website address. So here's what might actually happen to Starhub. Since some reports are saying that changing your DNS helps, it's very likely that Starhub servers that run the DNS could have suffered a malware attack or a physical hardware failure. Maybe they should have tried restarting their router or... While we don't know the exact details, here's what you can actually try and do. You can change the DNS yourself. So whether you're using Singtel, MyRepublic or ViewQuest, you can actually change your own DNS. So where can you find this like alternative DNS? You have companies like Google, Cloudflare, and just these two. They operate their own DNS service, and in Cloudflare's case, it's more secure, private, and faster option. So Cloudflare's DNS address is actually 1.1.1.1, and Google's is 8.8.8.8. Very, very hot number. So how do you change your DNS? Firstly, you need access to your router settings. The way to change your DNS will be different depending on what router you use. For example, if you're using the mesh Wi-Fi like I am, I can actually change my DNS inside the Deco app by typing in 1.1.1.1 in the primary and then 8.8.8.8 in the secondary. This is sort of like if Cloudflare's DNS fail, Google's one kicks in. And if you're interested, right, I actually have a video about improving a Wi-Fi for $0, free, and even cheap. So if you're interested, it's somewhere up here. I'll just link it. And if you're using a mesh router, chances are you actually have to go to your browser and type the IP address to configure it yourself, which is not as friendly. But if you are interested, you can find this on the bottom of the router with the login details, and it's usually any of these 4 IP addresses. If you're not confident, ask someone that's more technical to help you do this. Once there, then input 1.1.1.1 and 8.8.8.8 in your primary and secondary DNS accordingly. And if you're one of those that are affected by this unfortunate situation, let me know down in the comments below. I want to see if I can help you in any way. This is Ryan Reviews. If you can, please subscribe and share this video with your friends, anyone that has been affected by this issue. And thanks. Have a good day.